The Illawarra Stingrays and, of course, Macarthur in last week's match of the round, losing to the Northwest Sydney Koalas by 1-0. Not many team changes this week. Caitlin Campbell comes in for the Macarthur Rams, and Emma Ralston is unavailable today for the home side, while Mackenzie Hawkesby is out of Sydney Olympic squad. The newly promoted Sydney Olympic have really shaken things up in the league this season and are still premiership contenders, only 5 points off the pace, but not getting the 3 points today will probably throw them out of that race. They need to keep getting as many victories as they can to the end of the season to ensure that battle continues, whilst a loss could also bring into question their top 5 aspirations, with the Northwest Sydney Koalas very close now and getting on a run. They're currently 6 points behind Olympic, only 2 points behind the Rams, who also, with a defeat, could drop out of the top 5 should the Northwest Sydney Koalas win later on this evening. The squads for today, starting for Sydney Olympic in goals, Jada Wyman. The back four, Angie Christodoulou, Kate Halaska, Demi Koulazakis and Emily Koss. While in midfield, Teresa Polias returns to her old stomping ground where she spent many seasons. In front of her, Panayota Petrados and Susan von Songham. While the front three are Georgia Plessis, Sienna Fraser and Sarah Adam. For the home team, of course, Shan Karmas lines up in goal. Emma Fattori on the right, in the right back position. Caitlin Campbell comes into centre back and should be a massive boost to this Macarthur Rams side, especially in defence. She'll be partnered with Renee Rollison and Liz Ralston, while in the midfield, Kylie Ledbrook, Caitlin Orridge and Rosie Galea line up, with Galea moving into the number 10 position. We're used to seeing her out wide on the wing. She will find herself in behind Lena Karmas, who leads the line, with Nicola Orgel and Kiralee Cameron on the wings. Lena Karmas about to get us underway here. And we're off today. The Macarthur Rams host Sydney Olympic. As I said, 3 points imperative for both teams for different reasons. Sydney Olympic still in the battle for the premiership, while the Macarthur Rams semi-finals positions hang by a thread, and here's an early chance now for the home team. Nicola Orgel on the ball. Cleared away by Koulazakis. Here's Karmas now using her body well. Plays in Cameron. Kiralee Cameron really should have done better there. Excellent use of the body from Lena Karmas to create some space for Cameron and lay off a perfect pass. Cameron really should have done better. And Koulazakis there receiving the ball inside the 18-yard box, and Jada Wyman will have to retake the goal kick. And yeah, this Sydney Olympic side really, they have strengthened very well. And with Demi Koulazakis, Christodoulou, even Susan von Sonkamp coming back after a few weeks out, and Mackenzie Hawkesby adding to the team, who is unavailable today. They really do have a lot of quality all over the park. Von Sonkamp now wins the ball off Caitlin Campbell fairly, and Von Sonkamp, still Susan Von Sonkamp, and she slid the ball. No, it's come off the post and made its way in. And it's that post again, the same one as last week. It's come back to haunt the Rams in similar fashion. The ball's hit the post and found its way somehow into the back of the net. The spin got it over the line last week. It's done it again this week. Susan von Sonkam beating Sham Karmas. An early goal for the away side. Not the start that Macarthur had planned here this afternoon. Perfect beginning for George Beltzos' team. And now, how quickly can Macarthur regroup? Or can Olympic take advantage and completely take control of the game? Christodoulou finds Fraser. Fraser and Yadam combine nicely, and here's a run in the middle from Polias. Plays it out wide to Plessis. Georgia Plessis. Tess Karmas. And Olympic really look up for it. They were outplayed, as the scoreline suggests, last week against the Illawarra Stingrays, and they really do have a point to prove here. Polias finds Petrados. Yadam. Excellent technical player, Sarah Yadam. Great with her feet. There's a lot of good technical players in this Olympic team. That's a foul there by both von Sonkam and Christodoulou. And Christodoulou will get a quick talking to from the referee. And it seems like the Macarthur Rams defensive line does break very easily. They're split. They got split last week a couple of times. The Koalas couldn't take advantage. This was an error by Caitlin Campbell, though, and almost Teresa Plias almost returns the favour. Heavy touch by Galea, though. Couldn't get Lena Karmas in. It'll be disappointing from Caitlin Campbell, losing the ball in her own half and allowing von Sonkam to steal it off her and finish beyond Karmas. The ball did just trickle in, though, and Olympic won't care, though. They have the lead. Fantastic work there by Halaska. Yadam. Christodoulou clears toward Fraser, and it'll be Yadam once more. That's a foul there by Emma Fattori on Sarah Yadam. Fattori lost a shin pad in a previous Rams attack, and she's been told to go and pick it up. Good ball by Christodoulou to Fraser, and now it's Galea. Karmas loses out to Fraser. Fraser, very robust striker. Not something we're used to seeing in the NPL women's competition, but she does put herself about and creates a lot of problems for a lot of defences. Very aggressive player. Campbell there just overpowers von Sonkam. Good, almost a good ball by Campbell. Petrados. Halaska. That's very good flowing football from Sydney Olympic. A poor ball there, though, by Fraser, straight to Sham Karmas. And the Rams did start slowly last week as well, though, and it is beginning to look like a problem. Slow starts can be taken advantage of by teams like Olympic and, of course, last week, the Koalas as well. The Rams were lucky last week. The score wasn't a bit bigger as well. The Koalas really did dominate here. Here's von Sonkam trying to dribble through everyone. And the ball's with Fraser. And she now tests the palms of Sham Karmas, but Karmas holds well. Von Sonkam wins the ball back in midfield, this time off Orridge. Renee Rollison for Lena Karmas. Soft foul there on Karmas. Of course, Renee Rollerson returned to the Rams lineup last week. She did arrive the day of the game and she's had a week to recover, but French summer has got the better of her and she is suffering from a bit of flu, as I've been told. So are a few other players from the Macarthur team, and Olympic have their own issues with Susan von Sonkam also not feeling the greatest pre-kickoff, and even bringing her involvement in today's game into question. But she's put that to bed and found the score, found the back of the net for Sydney Olympic to put them in front. Orridge has to go all the way back to Kate Campbell. Rollerson looking for Kiralee Cameron, who wasn't expecting the ball and had turned it back. Yadam wins the ball back and wins a foul by Rosie Galea. Sarah Adam does know how to get under the skin of her opponents. She's not a stranger to bookings as well. It's a yellow and red cards in her career. Temperamental winger. One with lots of quality though. And Rollerson there just chooses to clear the ball to safety with Fraser right on her back. Fraser now tries to backheel toward Polias. Alaska. Christodoulou. And Polias shows lots of experience and skill there, putting the ball through Orange's legs. Plessis for Fraser. Liz Rolston ensures that ball gets to Shem Karmas. Teresa Polias just showed exactly what she brings to this Sydney Olympic team. It is a fairly young side, lots of youngsters across the park, and Polias' experience is imperative for this team and has been a leading force why they've registered so many wins and why their season is going so well. Great ball by Galea. Slightly too much on that for Karmas, but excellent vision there from the makeshift number 10. Koulazakis, with not many options, sends the ball out for a throw-in. Rollerson and Campbell just looking to settle the play down and keep the ball for the Rams as they try to create a more clear-cut opportunity. They still haven't really worked into this game. Here's Ledbrook, someone that we yet to mention in the opening exchanges, and that's why. What a fine ball for Rolston. Rolston can't get there in time though to put in a decent cross. Ledbrook also pulling up limp in the warm-up with complaints of some hamstring pain, but she's battled that off. She's here as well. It's that time of year where injuries, suspensions, sickness, everything comes into play, and we'll really see who the strongest teams are now in this competition. It has never been tighter from memory for myself. Even Bankstown City still with a chance of making finals football. They are 6 points behind the Macarthur Rams, but they are well within an opportunity of ruffling some feathers, and they're in 8th place. Of course, you got the Spartans, Macarthur, on 26, the Koalas on 24, and as I said, Bankstown in 8th place on 20 points. So there's essentially 4 teams fighting for one position, but a loss here for Olympic and potentially a loss for the Stingrays today against Bankstown will mean that it's 5 teams fighting for 2 places. 6 teams really, because Olympic will be pulled into that fight as well. But the top 2 will definitely battle it out, and they'll be playing each other in a couple of weeks. Sydney Uni and the Northern Tigers, another surprise packet this season. Tigers currently in 2nd place behind Alex Opakis' Sydney Uni. They trail them by 2 points. And it looks like the premiership fight will also come down to the last day of the season. The last time these two met, Sydney Olympic also led out the break by 2-1, but Kylie Ledbrook and Kalia Mulwick were the difference in the end, scoring 2 second-half goals. A couple special strikes in that game gave Macarthur a 3-2 victory. And it looks like the Rams will have to do much the same today. Sham Karmas almost getting caught there in a bit of trouble. Goalkeepers like to think they're outfield players. Karmas not happy with herself there. Quite a nice day here at Linwood Park today. Sun shining, wind slowly starting to blow though. And I'm sure in the next hour we will feel that Campbelltown chill. Polias with the free kick. Away by Fattori. Only as far as Christodoulou. And she plays in a nice ball for Petrados. Pana Petrados. It looked like Karma's got a fingertip to it, but the referee says goal kick. Petrados, another playing against her former club, also spent some time with the Rams. Back at Linwood Park. Looking to register 3 points this time for the blue shirt of Sydney Olympic. It'll be interesting to know how Teresa Polias is feeling. We all know what she brought to this Macarthur team, and last year winning the championship with them. Lots of silverware for the midfielder in that white jersey, and really left her mark in the history of the club. Teresa Polias has. Kos. Plessis. Back for Koulazakis. Koulazakis looks for Kos, but that ball will trickle out and it'll be a goal kick for the Rams. The game has somewhat settled down now. The Rams still unable to really grab a hold of it. It's been Olympic slightly better. They do lead by 1-0 thanks to Susan von Sonkam early in this fixture. Von Sonkam again on the ball. Risky pass there between Christodoulou and Halaska. Christodoulou gets it away to Wyman. Koulazakis attacks the space. Plays Kossin in front of her, and now Polias. Plessis. Can't get the ball to Petrados. Galea. Almost a fine ball by Galea for Cameron. Didn't miss by much. Excellent defending by Halaska. Fraser has Yadam out wide. She finds her. Sarah Yadam gets past Vittori. Still Yadam. Wide for Christodoulou. Keeps the ball in. Finds Plessis with space. Georgia Plessis did look to curl that one into the far post, but couldn't get enough on it. Maybe a goal kick to the Rams. Well worked move there from the away side. Sarah Adam there, losing her footing and falling flat on her face. She finds the funny side of that one though. Cameron looking for options, has 2 on her straight away though. Olympic do well to close down the space of the Rams players. Quick press. Here's Petrados for Yadam. Fraser's offside there. Here comes the flag. Lena Karmas not happy about something, but that's pretty standard. We're used to seeing her unhappy. Always has something to say. Lena Karmas, experienced Macarthur Rams striker. Orridge couldn't find the feet of Galea. Ogle also being quiet. Macarthur's stars have all started very slowly in this game. Ledbrook, Karmas has been the most active. Ledbrook and Ogle, both very quiet so far. Rosie Galea also one that hasn't performed to her standards the last few weeks. The Rams really need her to pick up her game. Karmas gets the ball wide for Ogle. She wanted a free kick. The referee didn't even think about it. Von Sonkam now. And I'm sure the referee will get an earful on the next out from Karmas. A free kick to the home side. And Renee Rollison trods her way forward. Caitlin Campbell has chosen to stay back. I would have expected her to join Rollison in the box. At a bit more height to the Rams attack. Olympics team is fairly small. And it does seem as though the Rams have a height advantage on them. Rollison is all unmarked here. And Renee Rollison really should have done better there. I'm not too sure what she was doing in the end, but she should have got her head onto the end of that one. Next to them, ball in as well. Probably the best opportunity, aside from Kiralee Cameron's earlier miss, for the home team. And now they'll be hoping to build from that chance. Here's Orridge. Chooses to go back to Campbell. Campbell can't find Kiralee Cameron. Instead, only as far as Christodoulou. Koulizakis to Plessis. Excellent flick on there by Von Sonkamp, but Fraser couldn't get there quick enough. Campbell. Ogle for Karmas. And Karmas looked to find her again. The ball has made its way to Ogle, and that'll be a foul by Koss. Rollison will go forward once more. Not sure she'll get there in time for Ledbrook's free kick. She does. Ledbrook. An excellent header there away by Kulazakis. It looked as though Karmas was going to get on the end of that one, but Kulazakis got ahead to it. And now Olympic can go the other way. But Orange wins the ball. It's Ogle. And this time, Von Sonkamp fouled by Nicola Ogle. Koss starts back again all the way to Wyman. We have two of the best goalkeepers on show in the NPL New South Wales competition today. Both Jada Wyman and Sham Karmas. A lot of class about what they do. And Renee Rollison, they're losing out to Georgia Plessis, but a poor ball by Sarah Yadam for Polias. Means the Rams restart possession. Misunderstanding from Polias and Yadam. And they're not happy with one another either. Cameron under pressure from Yadam. And Yadam really putting it on her, but she manages to get away. Rollison out wide for Campbell. Good turn by Orridge. Campbell again. And she does look rusty. Plays the ball out for a throw-in. Rollison. Galea has Fattori in front of her. Still Fattori. Poor ball there for Karmas, and it was easy for Olympic. And he goes Von Sonkamp again and fouled by Campbell, and it will be a yellow card. It's a good chance there for Olympic, and Von Sonkamp is still down. Slowly makes her way up. Smart foul from the Macarthur Rams centre back. The home team was in trouble there. Should Von Sonkamp have gone through, I don't think Renee Rollison would have kept up with her, and she would have been in on Sham Karmas for the second time. Polias goes deep towards Yadam. Fattori does well though. Still under pressure, the home team. And Yadam unsure what the referee has called here. Von Sonkamp now. along with Vesna Milivojevic, probably the two best young attacking midfielders in the competition. Von Sonkam loves getting into those scoring opportunities as well and can find the back of the net with ease, as she's done so this season when she's played. She's Olympics top scorer. Ralston. Excellent skill there by Orgel, but Kulazakis quick to clear the danger. And Polias shows her experience once more, this time in battle with Rosie Galea. Sham Karmas plays the ball square for Caitlin Campbell, who now will look to get the Rams moving forward. Orgel only as far as Georgia Plessis. Plessis under a bit of pressure and the ball goes out for a Rams throw. The Rams today without Norm Boardman. That's another major handicap for the Macarthur Rams team. Kulazakis clears. Once again, Demi Kulazakis clears well upfield, and now Sienna Fraser making trouble there between the two centre backs. She's slowed the attack down completely, but finds Von Sonkam into the box. Susan Von Sonkam, still Von Sonkam has options. Polias back for Plessis. Now Petrados. Lots of blue shirts forward, but also lots of white ones back now. Christodoulou into the box. That'll be a goal kick for the Rams. And a missed opportunity. First, Fraser had slowed down the play too much, but then ended up playing a good ball forward for Von Sonkam, who then herself took too much time in making a decision. But now Plessis wastes no time with her shot, but he goes wide. Sham Karmas will get us restarted after that Georgia Plessis effort that went wide of the goal. She goes short, and again the Rams will look to play out from the back. Orgel plays short for Karmas. Ledbrook on the ball again. Deep ball toward Cameron. Christodoulou does well, and Yadam clears the ball completely away, and now Olympic almost could have broken the other way. Sienna Fraser turned Rollison well. It's interesting how Renee Rollison moves into midfield. It's a bit of a problem for the Rams. They become unbalanced in defence. When Rollison moves forward, nobody drops back in to cover her. And it's usually leaves the Rams with a player less in the defensive line, which some teams will take advantage of once they notice what the Rams do. Polias. Fraser. Couldn't get the ball under control, and Caitlin Campbell took advantage. Lots of space for Kiralee Cameron, but Campbell could not stick her foot in and play the ball toward her. Maybe a foul for Olympic. Kiralee Cameron making the foul. Ledbrook with a shot from distance. And no problem for Jada Wyman. But that's a lot more positive from Kylie Ledbrook. Something the Rams need to work on more. And they have to test Wyman. A lot of space here for Galea and for Cameron, but they can't see them. And it's 2 times in a row now. Kiralee Cameron has had a whole lot of space down the left wing, but her teammates are just unable to find her in that space. And now Fonsonkamp has Fraser and Plessis in front of her, but Plessis straight offside. And it'll be Macarthur ball from the restart. Okay, Campbell sends that ball long, headed away by Emily Koss. Ralston. And now Nicola Orgel. Koss again does a good job on Orgel. Kulzakis sends that one onto the other field. Nicola Orgel has been one of Macarthur Rams' best performing players this season. She's found her name on the score sheet on many occasions. Important part of the Rams team. They do have a spine that they rely on heavily, and when they're not performing, it makes things a lot more difficult for them. Karmas leaves the ball for Kylie Ledbrook. Ledbrook takes on 2, finds Karmas, Lena Karmas, and that's how easily it's done when the 2 experienced players combine. Kylie Ledbrook and Lena Karmas. An excellent ball back by Ledbrook, and Karmas with a composed half-volleyed finish into the bottom left corner. Macarthur Rams 1, Sydney Olympic 1. And that's what Lena Karmas brings. Fine finish from the Macarthur Rams, number 9. She gave Jada Wyman no chance. And now Olympic will look to restart and regain the lead. Fraser in the corner. Almost finds Petrados. Instead, Christodoulou on the ball. Karma's calling for a high press from her teammates. She's not getting it though. Christodoulou dribbles through midfield. The referee gets involved twice. That second one definitely hurt. I'm sure she'll be feeling that. But here's Fraser. Yadam. Sarah Yadam. And the ball makes its way in. Another error by the Macarthur Rams. And they've been punished. This time, Sarah Yadam off a Sienna Fraser pass. Poor play from the Macarthur Rams in defence. Karmas almost made the save, but the ball bounced its way into the back of the net. And once more, the Macarthur Rams trail. Sydney Olympic now 2, Macarthur Rams 1. Emily Costa does brilliantly to read the ball and steal it in front of Nicola Orgel. And here's von Sonkamp with lots of space in front of her. Von Sonkamp opts for Fraser, but Fraser offside. She did finish, but the flag's been raised. Koulazakis and pressed there by Rosie Galea, but she manages to get the ball away. Halaska to Christodoulou. Yadam uses her body well. Christodoulou attacks the right wing. Chooses to go back to Yadam. Now Yadam caught late by Galea, but ball still with Sydney Olympic. And Yadam had something to say to Galea with that late tackle. Excellent ball by Polias. Koss has options in the middle. Chooses to go to Plessis, and in the bad ball gives it straight away over to the Macarthur Rams. And Campbell's looking for Karmas with a long ball. Now Orgel. And she's fouled by von Sonkamp. Now Kylie Ledbrook will look to respond once more. For the Rams, Rollison makes her way forward again. Galea wants this one, it looks like. And it will be Galea. Looks for Karmas. She heads just over. Good ball from Rosie Galea. Wyman sends it long. Ralston jumps well. And here's Galea. Flicks the ball over for Ledbrook, and Ledbrook catches the ankles of Polias, and it'll be a free kick to Olympic. To former teammates. Spent many years together. Both at W League, Matildas and NPL level. Kylie Ledbrook and Teresa Polias. But here's von Sonkamp for Yadam. Sarah Yadam for a second. Great save by Karmas. And a good clearance there by Emma Fattori. Sarah Yadam with a good chance to put the away side further in front just before half time. Karmas on the ball. Alaska clears away. And Yadam on the ball once more. Loses possession and makes a foul on Kiralee Cameron. Sarah Yadam gets a warning from the referee. Risky ball there by Ledbrook, but it makes its way to Campbell. She looks long for Karmas. Karmas, the ball looked to be looping over Wyman, but he didn't have enough on it. Great ball by Caitlin Campbell. And Koss misses the ball there, and it'll be a throw-in to the home team. Here's another chance for the home team, Galea. And that's high and over the bar and wide from Rosie Galea. Now Olympic restarts. Not much time left in this first period. Been an entertaining first 45 minutes. The home team went down early after an error by Caitlin Campbell. Allowed Susan von Sonkamp to make it 1-0. They equalised not long ago through who else but Lena Karmas. But then another error very shortly after the goal allowed Sarah Yadam to put the away side back in front. And Olympic has arguably been slightly better, but the home side has created a few chances in the last few minutes, and they are growing into this game. Should they eliminate little errors like that one, they could be in control. Here's Yadam with Galea for company, gets into the box, and that's 2 taken out. But the referee says no penalty, and it'll be play on now. Sarah Yadam won't be happy with that call from the ref. And the referee now gives a foul for the Macarthur Rams. Rollison under a bit of pressure. Von Sonkamp still chasing hard. Campbell for Karmas, but only as far as Koss. And Petrados calms the play down for the away side. Kulazakis. Alaska for Christodoulou. Fraser gets in front of Rollison, and she seemed to have been fouled, but the referee said no. The Olympic won't be too happy with a few of those late calls, but it's half time at Linwood Park. The away side lead by 2-1, and a bit of deja vu. Sydney Olympic led the first fixture between these two, also by 2-1 at the break. And Macarthur, though, came back on that day to take all 3 points and win the game 3-2. But right now, Sydney Olympic 2, Macarthur Rams 1. We're back for the second half at Linwood Park. It's the away side that lead by 2-1. Thanks to a Susan Funsongkham goal early on in the fixture. Lena Karmas managed to equalise for the home team, while another error at the back cost the Macarthur Rams dearly, with Sarah Adam popping up on to put away a Sienna Fraser assist. It's 2-1 to Sydney Olympic, and they kick off this second half. Susan Funsongkham and Sienna Fraser to get us started. Second half is underway. Fraser looking to get Olympic on the front foot early. Rollison back for Karmas. Northern Tigers currently leading the North Shore Mariners 2-0. Two other fixtures happening as we speak as well, with the Blacktown Spartans facing off with the Football New South Wales Institute and the Emerging Jets hosting Sydney Uni. Later this evening, 6 p.m. kickoffs, the last two games of the round will be upon us. Bankstown City welcome the Illawarra Stingrays to Jensen Park. And the Northwest Sydney Koalas host Manly United at Christie Park. Koalas in a fine run of form. Princess Sabini and Nat Tobin should be available for that fixture this evening. They'll add a lot more stability in midfield and more attacking prowess in the front third. Here's Sarah Yadam, scorer of the second goal, plays in Petrados with a back heel. Yadam for Plessis. Plessis finds the referee again, and that's, would you believe, a third touch in this game for the referee. I don't really see the referee getting too involved with the ball. Here's Koss. Bankstown can really open up this battle for finals football should they beat the Stingrays today. Coached by Danny Aboud now, who's taken over the last month. And aside from last week's draw, Bankstown was on quite the run of wins, and they've given themselves the opportunity of playing finals football, but a loss today will all but end all their hopes. The Rams now looking to do something. Nicola Orgel, great ball in for Kate Campbell. Campbell chooses to pass Karmas. That's offside on Kiralee Cameron. And it seems that Cameron picked up a knock as Wyman came through to pick up that ball. Campbell probably made an error there in judgment. She should have let fly at a goal, instead looked for Karmas in the middle. Cameron still down in the Olympic 6-yard box, and it looks to be a neck injury and quite serious at the moment. Not something that we want to see on the football pitch. We could see potentially Kalia Mulvik coming in to replace her should she have to come off. And the way things are looking right now, I don't think that Curly Cameron will continue this afternoon. Let's just hope that she's okay. As things stand, Sydney Olympic will move to 33 points. The Rams will remain on 26, and should the Spartans win, and even the Koalas later at 6, the Macarthur Rams could drop to as low as 7th place on the ladder. Thankfully, Curly Cameron stands on her feet, still not 100% right. Could be a concussion for the Macarthur Rams winger. It doesn't look like they'll be making a substitution just yet. Jada Wyman gets us underway. Angie Christodoulou on the ball. Looks for Fraser. Fattori does well. Fattori's been really good for the Macarthur Rams this season. She's proven she's good enough to hold her place in the squad, and one of the surprises of the season for this Macarthur Rams team. They are going through somewhat of a changing of the guard. Sienna Fraser judged to be offside. The Olympic player is not happy with the call. They say that Petrados was the one that was offside. Nevertheless, linesman flag has gone up. And Shem Karmas restarts play. Orage. Fonsonkam. The best touch from Fonsonkam, but she still manages to win a throw for her team. Liz Ralston's moved into the centre of defence alongside Renee Rollerson, and Caitlin Campbell has now moved to the right back role. Claire Walsh is another one missing from the Macarthur Rams lineup. Another important part of this team. Of course, Emma Ralston, her value to this Ram squad very high, and missing her today, it's very obvious. Should they have had her though, could have been a different game. Still, they're not out of this one. It's well in the balance. A good ball there for Sarah Yadam. She has Fattori for company. Yadam has some blue shirts arriving, but somehow finds Petrados. Petrados didn't really test Karmas. And now the Rams keeper will send long toward Galea, but only as far as Teresa Polias, who can't find a teammate. Should she have found a teammate? Again, the Rams look to be exposed at the back. Here we go again. Sienna Fraser. Yadam. Poor ball by Yadam, but luckily no Rams shirts around. Koss has a shot. Never troubling Karmas though. You just feel if Sydney Olympic could move that ball in the front third just that little bit quicker, the Macarthur Rams could be in real trouble. The two centre backs are very wide from each other, and it just offers the attacking teams a lot of space. They just aren't able to find that space yet. And the ball seems to travel just that second too slow. Here's Galea picking up a loose ball. Karmas. Still Lena Karmas. And again, Karmas looks to play an Ogle. It wasn't the right ball. It was the right idea, but not the right ball for Nicola Ogle. Here's Petrados. Christodoulou couldn't find Fraser, but again, it's the same situation that I'm talking about. One pass could set through either Yadam or Fraser, and the away side could be in for a third. It's a foul on Rosie Galea, and now it gives the Macarthur Rams a good opportunity to test Jada Wyman once more. Kylie Edbrook stands over this one. Olympic hasn't really defended set piece as well. And again, shouts for handball. And again, we had two Rams players all on their own inside the box, but the ball couldn't get to them. Plessis. Fonsoncam out wide for Christodoulou. And lots of space now for Sarah Yadam. Sarah Yadam finds Polias, Teresa Polias. And Teresa Polias doesn't miss those. She doesn't celebrate against her former team either. She makes the score 3-1. Teresa Polias doesn't forgive from that close. She gave Sham Karmas no chance. An excellent ball by Sarah Yadam to find the mini maestro on the edge of the area. And Teresa Polias gives Sydney Olympic a 3-1 lead against the Macarthur Rams. The Rams not happy with the previous attack. They wanted a penalty for a handball. Handball or not, Sydney Olympic went the other way and they made the Macarthur Rams pay, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, making sure of that final pass, moving that ball that second quicker, and it causes damage against this Rams team. And here's Yadam again, Petrados. Ledbrook clears well. Cole Ledbrook, the loudest in her complaints against the referee's call not to award the Macarthur Rams a penalty. Seems very simple though, moving the other way and just getting that ball in early into the box, finding that space between those Macarthur Rams defenders. Wyman almost getting caught by Karmas, and now again Plessis now has Fraser in front. Fraser stops and plays back to Fonsoncamp. Here's Petrados for Fonsoncamp. Excellent work by Ralston. And a ball given away once more by the home team. Georgia Plessis probably should have controlled that pass from Demi Koulazakis. Be a throw to the home team. Cleared up field toward Karmas. Still Lena Karmas on the ball. Ledbrook for Galea. Good ball by Galea toward Kiralee Cameron, but Jada Wyman's there. Snuff out any sort of Macarthur Rams attack. Liz Rolston has to get rid of the ball. Had Sienna Fraser for company. Fraser, of course, very aggressive. Doesn't stop too much, and here's a dangerous play there by Kylie Ledbrook, sticking a hand out across the face of Susan von Sonkamp, and she's lucky she didn't see a different colour other than yellow. Excellent skill there by von Sonkamp to get beyond Ledbrook, though. And that's the talent that youngster has, the ability she has in those feet. Polias goes deep. And it looked like Krista Dolu was going to get on the end of that one, but Sienna Fraser took the ball away from her. Excellent ball once more from Teresa Polias. One of the best players definitely in the league. Plays the game with so much ease. It's Karmas and Kulazakis. Karmas gives it away. Excellent read there by Polias. Orridge tackled very late there by von Sonkamp. And she's lucky not to see yellow now. Poor challenge from von Sonkamp. Came in very late. Galea now sends this one deep toward Renee Rollison. And I think that ball came off Karmas. Rollison got in the way and Karmas lost its flight. Another good chance from another set piece. It's where they're most dangerous, this Macarthur Rams team, but they just haven't taken advantage. Things are getting a bit heated on the pitch at the moment. Sarah Adam there making another foul, and she's on a yellow card. Rams players asking for the second. Good ball by Galea toward Karmas, but Jada Wyman collects that one like an AFL player. Right over Lena Karmas. Excellent grab from the Olympic keeper. Kulazakis with a fine ball for Plessis. But Sham Karmas quick off her line, clears well upfield. Good tackle by Fattori. Christodoulou finds Polias. Shot from distance from Plessis. It was easy pickings for Sham Karmas. Ledbrook back for Rollison. Galea looking for Fattori, but not good enough. Excellent work from Christodoulou. Christodoulou and Susan von Sonkamp both spending time last year along with Jada Wyman in the Football New South Wales Institute setup. Christodoulou, captain of that side. Plessis. Square for Petrados. She's got Yadam out wide. Uses her, maybe a bit too much in that ball, but Yadam does get there. Options in the middle. Von Sonkamp arriving late, but Fraser gets ahead to the ball. No challenge there for Sham Karmas. Now Nicola Orgul down the other end for the home team. Has Galea in front of her with space, but goes back for Liz Ralston, who's swap positions once more with Caitlin Campbell. Little space to work with, but it's enough for Nicola Orgul. Good ball across goal. Couldn't find a Rams teammate. Excellent work in such little space. Great player Nicola Orgul is. Christodoulou does extremely well there. The Olympic lose the ball. Gives the Rams another opportunity to create something. Rollison goes long for Karmas. Cameron in front of her. Still Karmas. Orgul and Karmas combined, but Polias on the spot. And now Olympic look to break, but Plessis can't get to the ball in front of her. Campbell finds Rollison. Karmas almost finds Kyle Ledbrook in space. Ledbrook would have been off, but here is where the home team can get caught, and it's Von Sonkamp running at Campbell. Fattori there to support her. Still Von Sonkamp runs into a bit of trouble, and Von Sonkamp still has the ball, but it's eventually gone out for a corner. This is where the danger lies now for the Rams. If Olympic can get these passes right at the last moment, they will punish the home team. One more goal will definitely end this one. Christodoulou under that. And what a chance that was for Demi Koulazakis, but she's completely missed the ball, and Nicola Orgul is well offside. And what a chance for Olympic to make it 4-1. Should have done better. Set piece of their own. Fraser been fairly quiet this afternoon. Poor ball back. Jada Wyman. Ball by Wyman. Finds Yadam and Christodoulou. Now Sienna Fraser, but the flag's up once more. Fraser offside again. Not the first time in this game. The Rams playing a lot quicker now. Lena Karmas. Excellent challenge from Halaska. Petrados. Von Sonkamp. Plessis. Still Von Sonkamp, she's run straight through. Has Plessis beside her. She finds Plessis. Georgia Plessis misses the whole target. Another fantastic run by Susan Von Sonkamp. And Georgia Plessis should have put this one to bed. Credit to Sham Karmas. She made herself as big as she could. But Georgia Plessis really should have found the back of the net. Fattori looked to find Galea, but Fonsoncam again loses out. Good opportunity now for the home team. Kylie Ledbrook looking for Orgul. Kulazakis sniffs that one out and clears for a throw-in. Rollison. Still a lot of time in this one for the Rams to get back into it. Another poor ball by Sienna Fraser. Fraser taken out late by Galea. The referee has no option but to give Sydney Olympic the free kick. Could be another dangerous ball from Polias. She looks for Yadam. Finds Sarah Yadam. Yadam square. Sienna Fraser makes it 4. It's as simple as that. Sydney Olympic show all their class. Teresa Polias with a fantastic ball for Sarah Yadam, who comes to the party and finds Sienna Fraser all alone to make it Sydney Olympic 4, Macarthur Rams 1 at Linwood Park. What an attack from the away side. They just show how simple things can be. And that football isn't always as difficult as they say. Now Olympics surely going to look to push on and add to the scoreline. George Beltos lifted his whole bench. Maybe an opportunity to rest some players. As I said, this is that part of the season where injuries and suspensions come into play. Ledbrook. The Rams won't give up either though. Yadam. Kulazakis. Two great passes for that, the lead up to that goal. First off, Teresa Polias, but then even that ball from Yadam to find Sienna Fraser. Excellent play by Sydney Olympic here today. They've just been lethal. Whenever they get the chance, they take it with both hands. And this will be a real kick in the teeth for Macarthur's finals hopes. 2 losses in a row at home. It was an opportunity to confirm their finals place had they have won both these home games that they had, but now they've really brought that into question. And we could see finals football without Macarthur Rams for the first time in a very long time, should they not snap out of this slump in form. Sydney Olympics' hopes of that premiership remain intact. They've really responded, George Beltos' team, from that 4-0 drubbing to the Illawarra Stingrays last week. Great ball by Orgul to the far post. And Kiralee Cameron makes it 4-2, an excellent header. Great ball by Nicola Orgul. And some hope now for the Rams. Still lots of time to go in this one. Lena Karmas trying to pump her teammates up. More than 15 minutes to go. Von Sonkamp. Plessis. Lots of space for Yadam again. Petrados. Only the side netting for Pana Petrados. Seen some great assists here this afternoon, and it's not always about those special finishes, but more so the build-up play. And some of that has been the highest level this afternoon. That ball from Nicola Orgel, perfect cross to the far post.
Give her a card, ref, don't talk. Just give her a card. Shut up.
Macarthur Rams players not happy with the referee's call there for a free kick. Another great ball by Polias for Yadam, but she couldn't find her feet. Christodoulou does well. But excellent tackle by Emma Fattori. And now Lena Karmas. Early ball across for Orgel, but Koss clears well. And Troy Spink goes to his bench for the first time this afternoon. Kiralee Cameron will make her way to the bench, having got the scoreline back to 4-2 with a header at the far post. Renee Rollerson fouled there, but referee allows the ball to play on. Lena Karmas almost making her way through the defence. Great turn there by Caitlin Campbell. Orridge almost flicks through Orgel, but great defensive work from Emily Koss. Poor ball there by Plessis. Now Orgel once more. Another great ball by Orgel. Karmas! Lena Karmas makes it 4-3. But again, it's that ball from Nicola Orgel. And a good header from Karmas at the far post to beat Jada Wyman. It's game on here at Linwood Park. Macarthur Rams 3, Sydney Olympic 4. What a comeback this would be. I told you that the Macarthur Rams will not lie down. But Georgia Plessis now down the other side. Will this goal fest continue? What a game we have on our hands at Linwood Park. It's another NPL New South Wales Women's 1 special. It's Lara Dipple, just to confirm, who's come on to replace Kiralee Cameron. Von Sonkamp does well. And it's what happens when you go to sleep. Sydney Olympic took their foot off the pedal for a split second, and they were punished by this experienced Macarthur Rams side. This time Liz Ralston with the ball into the box, but no white shirts on the end of that one. be another substitution. Petrados now making her way to the bench. George Beltos had to react. Raquel Borromeo now on the field, replacing Petrados. And here is Borromeo. Borromeo twisting and turning, crosses straight into Sham Karmas's hands. Orgel plays in Rolston. Rolston goes long to Karmas. Lots of space for Karmas and Orgel. The poor ball by Karmas, picked up by Polias. Von Sonkam now chooses to run at the Olympic defence. No runners for her. Fraser offside once more. Sienna Fraser. Pretty surprising how Fraser can be caught offside looking along the line on so many occasions. It's unacceptable for a striker to look across the line and get caught. Tight legs though do come into play, and that's a foul. And an opportunity for Olympic to add to their scoreline. The Rams have also made a change, and Alex Honan though has come on. I didn't see that one happen. Caitlin Orridge been replaced by Honan. And Georgia Plessis now coming off for Sydney Olympic. She hasn't had the greatest of games, Georgia Plessis. Was not her usual self, a little bit quiet. Teresa Polias' effort there, straight into the wall. Christodoulou throws toward Yadam. Yadam can only kick the ball into the box, allowing Sham Karmas to pick it up. Well marshalled there by Koulazakis. And again, lots of space appearing. Von Sonkam for Fraser. Fraser, well over the bar by Sienna Fraser. Should have challenged at least. Sham Karmas cleared away by Olympic. Olympic not looking to waste any time. Surprisingly, they're pushing for a fifth instead of slowing the game down. I guess again that's that inexperience coming out to show. Koss sends one into the middle only as far as Ledbrook. And Ledbrook looking to send Dipple through, and Dipple's in here, but Jada Wyman, very smart by the Olympic keeper, out very early to clear that one away. Ledbrook finds Orgel. Here's Honan. Dipple now. Poor ball by Lara Dipple. Jada Wyman taking her time over this goal kick. Fraser misses the header. Yadam under the ball. In battle. And here we go. Sarah Yadam for Susan van Sonkamp to tie it all up. Van Sonkamp. But no. Another great chance. That was to finish the game.
Come on, Kiara.
Chiara De Demizio there with the opportunity for Olympic. Probably should have made the point safe. We're into the last 5 minutes of this clash. Halaska clears well upfield. De Demizio also coming on for Plessis. Lena Karmas handball there, but the referee doesn't call anything. Nor did the Sydney Olympic players, and it's Orgel, likes his position, and that'll be a corner and a great chance now for the Rams to find an unlikely equaliser after being 4-1 down. Rosie Galea expected to deliver top ball. Even Caitlin Campbell's made her way forward. Susan van Sonkamp, the only one not back defending. Even she's made her way back now. All 11 players defending in the Olympic box. Back across goal. Orgel blocked away and cleared by Polias, and now Olympic can break the other way. Fraser stays on side because she was still in her own half. Plays a smart ball wide to Yadam. Yadam has Ledbrook coming after her. The Demizio, but she's offside. She should just leave that ball. Sham Karmas has a spare ball behind the goal. Caitlin Campbell looking to send this one long. Great scramble defence by Olympic. And now Yadam charges that one down. Sham Karmas. Poor clearance by Karmas, only as far as Borromeo. Yadam. Great ball by Yadam. Van Sonkamp sends it wide. That should have been game. Olympics had a couple chances to put this one to bed. Shouldn't even be talking about that, to be honest. They were 4-1 up. And now Macarthur with another chance. Orgel. Excellent work by Koss. Another great tackle by Koss. I'm not quite sure that was a foul. Good tackle by Koss, but the referee is given a free kick. And this could be the last opportunity of the game for the Macarthur Rams. They have been dangerous, as I said, from these set pieces. Nicola Orgel's balls have been so dangerous all game. Orgel to the far post. Wyman picks that one. And she plays the ball early. Inexperience once more from the Olympic side. Lots of space for Rosie Galea. She finds almost again. Ball given away by Olympic. He's Ledbrook. Looking for Nicola Orgel. but not the ball Orgul wanted, or the Macarthur Rams. The referee speeding Jada Wyman up. Wyman asking her players to get upfield. Renee Rollison moving into midfield. The Rams are throwing everything at this one now. Well up by Rollison. No challenge from an Olympic player. Rolston. Kulazakis does well to clear. It'll be a Rams throw deep in Olympics half. Polias clears upfield. Sienna Fraser gets to this one, but a poor touch sends the ball out for a throw in. We're in stoppage time now. There shouldn't be much more. We did have that injury. Great challenge by Yadam. We did have that injury to Kiralee Cameron, as I was saying. Another good ball by Yadam. Can Fonsonkem get there? Well played by Shem Karmas. Polias, quick onto Ledbrook's touch. Excellent again. Emily Koss, she's been fantastic. Dedemizio has two on her back. Plays in Fonsonkamp, and it looks as though the Rams' defence is spent. Off goes Fonsonkamp. Ralston for company. Borromeo. Dedemizio! Just wide of the target. And it'll be another substitution for Olympic. Sienna Fraser jogs off. Danielle Calvi, her replacement. Here's Fonsonkem again. Good touch by Fonsonkem. Borromeo. Not enough energy left in those legs of Susan Fonsonkem. Calvi pressing Rollison. Karma sends it long. Dedemizio on the touch. Polias finds Fonsonkem. And that's a late challenge by Ledbrook on Fonsonkem. And that'll be a second yellow for Kylie Ledbrook. I'm not sure the referee's noticed it's her second yet. But that'll be the end of Kylie Ledbrook's afternoon. And it looks like the referee hasn't noticed yet that it's Ledbrook's second yellow and she stayed on the park. It's a big mistake by the match official. Kylie Ledbrook's second yellow going unpunished. She's still on the park. The referee hasn't checked her notebook, and that's a massive error by the match official. I hope it doesn't cost Sydney Olympic. The referee looks at her watch. Karma sends it long. Polias under that one. Fonsonkem. Could be one of the last opportunities. Lena Karmas. Jada Wyman sends it high and over the grandstand. Galea chips the ball over. Poor clearance. Borromeo tied on Ledbrook, who should be off. Cost heads. And Fonsonkem now. Poor ball given away by Borromeo. Yadam working hard. And Christodoulou clears for Calvi. Danielle Calvi can settle this one, but she just doesn't have the pace for Tori again. And that could be a red card there for one of those two. Battle off the ball. And the referee lost control at the end of this one. That's full time at Linwood Park. Sydney Olympic prevail in a thriller, defeating the Macarthur Rams by 4-3. One game that'll be a special game and one that'll be remembered. Some fantastic goals, great assists. We'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.